Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. This time around, it's the House Committee on Public Accounts that's tackling corruption issues hounding PhilHealth. News 5's Ria Fernandez is in the heart of the action at the Batasang Pambansa in Quezon City, and she joins us live for the latest. Ria, what does PhilHealth, or what do PhilHealth officials have to say this time around that they're again back on the hot seat?
Sean, PhilHealth Chief Ricardo Morales denied once again the corruption allegations of resigned anti-fraud officer Thorson Keith against the agency. But he admitted that anomalies have been a perennial problem in the institution, which his administration is trying to address. For Morales, reforms and not dissolution of the agency is the answer to this. But for House Public Accounts Chairperson Mike Defensor, this will not help as long as PhilHealth continues its all-case rate policy that started in 2013. Under the system, PhilHealth pays the hospital the whole package per illness, even if the amount of medical services availed by the patients is lower. Looking at the PhilHealth data, Defensor said there appears to be a pneumonia outbreak last 2017 as claims under this case rose to 700,000, amounting to over 10 billion pesos. Defensor said by the looks of it, claims for COVID-19 will also use the same scheme if PhilHealth does not do anything about it. Morales admitted that overpayments are left to the hospitals to sort out, but he said such practice is in line with the implementation of the Universal Healthcare Law. Despite this, Defensor is firm with his position that the all-case rate policy is the root of corruption in PhilHealth. Sean, in an ambush interview, Speaker Alan Cayetano said that he wants the Congress to thoroughly deliberate on the allegations of corruption against PhilHealth to get to the bottom of it. Sean?
All right, Ria, so as we know, PhilHealth has been hounded by different corruption issues throughout different administrations, maybe for the better part of the last couple of decades already. What actions are the congressmen looking to take against PhilHealth in aid of legislation? Are there any new laws that we're seeing as early as now as to how they can curb corruption in the state insurer?
Well, on the part of the chairperson of the House Public Accounts, Congressman Mike Defensor, he really wants PhilHealth to reconsider or review its all-case rate policy. According to our report, the all-case rate policy is where the PhilHealth pays the hospital the whole rate of the package per illness instead of the medical services availed by the patients. With that, some of the lawmakers think that it seems to be not economical for the government, for PhilHealth, to pay that big amount of money to the hospitals, given that a lot of patients only avail medical services that are actually lower than the package rates.
All right, Ria, with regard to PhilHealth officials within PhilHealth, are they already putting forward any new measures to try to curb corruption from within their own agency?
PhilHealth President Ricardo Morales, for one, said that they are really into stepping up their system by acquiring information technology, computerization of their whole records system, so that it will be easy for them to detect any fraudulent activities. But then for Congressman Defensor, it will still not help so long as the all-case rate policy is still in place.
All right, are we going to see any charges filed against any sitting PhilHealth official or maybe someone who just recently resigned in conjunction with these current corruption allegations?
Mm-hmm. That's what we are yet to find out. Anyway, PhilHealth or the House Public Accounts will still conduct another hearing on the alleged anomalies against PhilHealth.
All right, I guess we'll find out in the next hearing. Thank you very much for that update. News 5's Ria Fernandez joining us live from the Batasang Pambansa. And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Quezon City Police have identified the suspect believed to be involved in the killing of National Center for Mental Health Director Roland Cortez last week. The QCPD said they already have a lead on the suspect and are likely to file necessary charges soon. The Interagency Task Force is now considering to ban the use of smoking areas in canteens and offices and other work establishments. Interior Secretary Ed Año says this move seeks to help reduce local transmission in workplaces after the series of spikes in new cases in the past few days. And tricycles will now be allowed to operate in MECQ areas, but the MMDA says trips will only be reserved for frontliners and persons that are out to buy essential goods. Tricycles are allowed to ferry only one passenger per trip. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao, and we are One News.